Okay. So first off, I'm gonna say, be prepared because this is gonna be most likely my most serious video ever. For obvious reasons. You know, this is a huge milestone. Like, if you're unaware, this, as the title probably says, it's my 1000th video. Like, 1,000 videos. Like, that's ridiculous. If you're unaware, I started this channel about 3 years ago. To be specific, February 13th, 2012. So yes, more than 3 years ago. And there was no real reason for it either. I just simply decided, you know what? I want to try this YouTube thing out. And keep in mind, my first couple, I only really started getting good at YouTube, like, at least in my opinion, I only started getting good at YouTube, I'd say, probably a year or so ago. Anything before that was pretty bad, I will say. Keep in mind, this video is also only going to be audio only. There's going to be a nice little picture. I'll try and find something nice. And if I happen to find the picture off of like Google Images, I'll be sure to credit the person who made it, because I don't roll like that. I want to make sure people get their credit where credit is due. I'm not just going to be like, yeah, I totally made this or whatever, but you get the point. If there is a picture of that sort, then I'll just be sure to link it in the description below. Go tell them, hey, this guy featured you in this video, that sort of thing, and etc. etc. So I started YouTube over 3 years ago, out of just for no reason. I just simply decided, you know what, I want to try this. And I had no clue what I was doing. As I said, I barely knew what I was doing for the longest time, and it's ridiculous, man. Like, things have really progressed. Things have really progressed since then. For me as a person, just for the channel, just everything. Like, it's insane. It's sorry if I just say and like and that sort of thing a bunch, cause it's, for one, this is probably the most genuine video I will ever be making, cause I'm not, there's no like, okay, here's the list of things you gotta talk about. I'm just straight up going off of the top of my head, which might not be the best, but hey, whatever. But it's just, looking back on it all, I will say I am proud of everything I've made. Maybe I may not be proud of every video I've ever made, but that's just a given. You, no matter who you are, if you make videos, chances are you're not going to be proud of every single video you make. But I'm at least proud to say that a big chunk of my videos, I'm at least proud of them. You know, like, I don't know, man. Like, I've been posting regularly for a very long time. Of course, I've missed times and taken very small breaks. The only breaks I've really ever taken was earlier. I don't remember if it was this year or last year. I took like a very short break, like 2 or so weeks, just to sort of, because school was just starting to get a bit much at that point, because it was reaching the end of the year, that sort of thing, and so on and so forth, you know. But once I came back, I was just like, you know what, full force, just I'm going in, man. I'm going in deep. But yeah, man, it's insane, dude. 1,000 videos. That's, imagine how much that actually is in like hours and minutes and such. Like, it's insane. And with a lot of like my recent videos and series and such, I gotta say I'm beyond proud of them. For example, the big one that I'm proud of right now, at least in my opinion, is the Mother 3 series. For one, I am genuinely enjoying that series so much. It is a pleasure to record it. I'm just enjoying every single moment I am playing it, I should say, and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy the other series I currently have going on, but Mother 3 is probably my personal favorite right now. which is it sounds very biased, I will say though, but hey man, it's true. Aside from that, some recent videos I've made that I'm pretty proud of have to be the 10 things you should know about Mother 4. That's one of my recent favorites. Then the Earthbound Beginnings reaction video, that blew up just randomly, which is cool, you know. But like, it's just nice looking back on everything now, because YouTube is something that I genuinely enjoy beyond wild belief. Like, I enjoy making videos more than you may think. Because it's just like, it genuinely makes me happy. Like, I've dealt with things such as depression and such multiple times throughout the course of this channel. Like, there was a big period, like a little over a year ago, where it was just, I was not in a good state. Like, I was really struggling with depression, basically, and you know, just making videos and such was, it was basically the highlight of each and every day, because it was just like, I enjoy doing this. It seriously makes me so happy. And like, recently I have, when I say recently, I mean like within the past couple of months, I will say I have been dealing with a bit of depression. A lot of it is very much gone now, though, I will say, due to the fact that because school was a big part of it, and I'm not trying to say it and just say like, oh, school's not important, that sort of thing. School's very much important. I try and do my best, but it's insanely stressful at times, and just, there's a lot of pressure involving it, you know? But once that cleared up, that really did also help clear out my mind quite a lot. And just, you know, I can say I am doing a lot better now, although I will say these past couple of days have been they have been pretty rough. Because I may as well also talk about how I ever got into YouTube and such to begin with. So I've mentioned this in a video before, but if you're not aware, Satoru Iwata, he passed away, which, you know, it happened so suddenly. Like, I was not prepared for anything of that sort, and I don't think I ever would have been prepared to hear that Satoru Iwata passed, because even though I've never really mentioned him all too much, it's like, he's very important in my life. The reason I say that is because even though he didn't directly influence me or anything, if it wasn't for him, Earthbound would not have existed. Okay, so let me go further into that. So way back when, a couple years ago, I discovered YouTube through a series from Suga Conroy, who I will say right now is he's straight up my inspiration for YouTube. Okay, keep in mind, this channel has been up for 3 years, but technically I've done YouTube things ever since like 5 or 6 years ago. But that channel, the channel I had way back when, was deleted for whatever reason, but whatever. But Suga Conroy was my main inspiration for making videos. Like, he still kind of is, because just the amount of effort, just how cheery, how energetic, that sort of thing. That's what I strive for. That's what I strive for in my videos. I try not to be insanely serious. I try and be more lighthearted, just tell stupid jokes, you know, to lighten the mood. Just try and be genuinely funny. Just, I don't try and force things like humor. I just try and let them happen if it happens. And Suga Conroy is a big reason for that. On top of that, I will say a lot of my humor roots, like a lot of where my humor and sense of humor and such come from Aaron Hansen or Egoraptor. Like, I used to watch him a lot back in the day. I still do. I I'm a huge Game Grumps fan, if you're not aware. And a lot of my humor style comes from him. Just the sort of exaggerated sort of humor style, I guess you can say. As well as some JonTron sprinkled in there. But Egoraptor or Aaron Hansen is a huge inspiration for me, comedy-wise. And just like those two are the big reason why my channel is the way it is today, I suppose. Like a mixture of the energetic and compassion that Sugar Conroy has mixed with like a sense of humor similar to that of Aaron Hansen and such, and just that sort of thing, man. Obviously, there's also my own factors sprinkled in there, but those are some big inspirations for me. If I ever got the chance to personally talk to them, I would most certainly say that, because I enjoy my life the way it is right now, and you know, I have them to thank for that. Now back to the whole Iwata thing. So if it wasn't for him, for one, Earthbound wouldn't have been finished, so I would have never discovered YouTube. I would have never been talking to I would have never had the chance to talk with all the friends I've made on the internet and such nowadays. I wouldn't have ever started this channel. I wouldn't be talking to you right now, basically. That's how big of an influence he really had. And the thing was, it wasn't even directly, it was more indirectly. And as well, if it weren't for him helping create that, I wouldn't have basically one of my favorite games of all time, that being Mother 3, as well as some of the Smash games, because if it weren't for him, it wouldn't have continued. And just, it's like when I heard the news, I will say it seriously just, it hit hard. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a little pansy or anything, but when someone who's essentially the reason why you're at where you're at right now has passed away, even if you didn't know them personally, it really does sort of hit home, you know? And, I guess that's something, like, I'm certainly doing a lot better now, as compared to, like, immediately when it happened, because I really just, I was in shock for about 5 hours, and just, it was insane. And, you know, man, just, I can't believe it. It's, oh my god. And on top of that, hearing things like with Shigeru Miyamoto, what Reggie Fils-Aimé, whatever, however you pronounce his name, man, I don't know. Just, especially Shigesato Itoi, especially what he said, because he's the main creator of the Earthbound / Mother series, and I'm a big fan of his work, so just hearing everything these people had to say about Mr. Iwata, or Satoru Iwata, however you want to refer to him as, it was just heartwarming, you know. And aside from that, it's just like, I'm proud of everything I've done. That's something I always enjoy, the simple fact that even though I don't have a big fan base, even though I don't have a lot of viewers, that sort of thing, I'm proud of what I make. I am genuinely proud of what I make. I'm genuinely passionate of the videos I make, that sort of thing, and reaching 1,000 videos is just like, it's something I never would have imagined would have happened 3 years ago. Like, I remember a year or two back, I talked about like, oh, blah blah blah, 1,000 video, if I ever make it to that. And you know, I never thought I'd see the day that I'd make 1,000th video. Like, it's mind-blowing, honestly. Just, it's insane. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought, man? And I guess I may as well talk about like some of the series I've done in the past. So some of the big series I have are the Pixelmon single player series. That's a pretty decently old series, although I will say, you know, it kind of boosted me a bit to where I am today, and I'm proud of that series. Then we have the Little Pokemon Insurgence series. I am beyond proud of that series because if you're not aware, I was the second person to make a video on it first off, and secondly, I was the second person to finish a series on it, and that's insane that I was able to do that. Like, what? Then we have other series like the Pokemon Insurgence Egglocke, which that series kind of just blew up out of nowhere. Like, I'm surprised that the first episode of that series has like 1,000 views. Like, I never would have expected that. Truth be told, like, I'm beyond serious. And then some of the top 10s I've made have also garnered a couple views here and there, such as the top 10 ugliest sorry about that. I burped, my bad. Such as the top 10 ugliest Pokemon. I don't know how many that has now, but it has a decent amount. And then you got stuff like the Pokemon Glaze playthrough, the Pokemon Pearl Randomizer Nuzlocke. I'm sad that I never got to finish the Blaze Black Nuzlocke as well, I will say, but hey man, stuff happens. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at everything I've done. And I guess what I'll say now is wait a little bit. Just give me some time to prepare some new series, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Like, I am working harder than ever on videos now, and I hope it reflects first off, because I really do put in time and effort into every single video to make sure it is as good as it possibly can be. And the main reason for that is, if I'm not proud of the video, it's like, why am I making the video first off? Why am I doing this secondly? So there's that. But just give me some time. Right now I'm in the works of trying to revamp the channel and such, trying to get everything organized, that sort of thing. And once I finally finish that, and once some series clear up, I'll finally be able to do some brand new series, that sort of thing, and I hope to not disappoint. Lastly, the Hoenn White Egglocke is starting tomorrow. If you have not submitted eggs to that, go do that, man. You can easily find the video on the channel, but I'm very, very excited for that. That's going to be my first, I guess, subscriber-based Egglocke, because the Insurgence Egglocke was derived from the built-in Egglocke function in Pokemon Insurgence, so it's cool to see that I can finally do an Egglocke of my own. Let's hope that series does well. If it does, I'll be sure to do more in the future. That's gonna be it, man. If you have enjoyed, I guess, go ahead, drop a like and a comment, that sort of thing, but this has been my 1000th video. Thanks for watching.